It's a big blessing for me and my wife and our little son Paulus to be here. And some of you know me from maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but the ones who have no idea, it's to give you an idea what my wife and I are doing in Spain to reach out with the gospel of the grace of God. So we started a website 4 or 5 years ago with the name badnewsgoodnews.net. The name bad news first, because we are hell-bound sinners. And before we have a look at this website, I'd like to show you very quick some pictures about where I'm from. I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in Spain. And, oh sorry, this is the wrong presentation. This is the one. I got saved in the year 2000 in a Baptist church, but very quick I heard about rightly dividing, etc. So I became a grace believer in 2003. So I'm now, for 10 years, a grace believer, and I don't think about changing. So, I'm from Europe. I was born in the Netherlands. This is to give you an idea. Yeah, we can make it bigger, no? Better. So, Europe, the Netherlands. I was born in Friesland, that's there in the corner. Friesland has its own language inside the Netherlands. So the Netherlands has actually 2 official languages, Dutch and the Frisian language. This is the flag of Friesland. It looks like we are very romantic. But these are water lilies. Water lilies. So that's the flag of Friesland. And so we have our own language there, which is completely different than Dutch. And that's why I had to learn Frisian with my parents, Dutch at school, and then afterwards the English and the other ones. These are some pictures from Friesland, a lot of water there, and a lot of cows. Maybe you heard about Frisian cow, maybe. And here we see also some bike places, etc. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's a nice place if there is sunshine. So, and then what happened, I went in 1992, I went to Spain to live there. The weather is much better. And so I went to Spain, I went to the south of Spain, to Malaga area, that's in the south. And there is a very big tourist area. And I was able to buy a house in that building, an apartment. And that's where we still live. My wife and I, it's very close to the Mediterranean, so I'm very blessed to be there. I work from home as an insurance broker. That's my job. I thought about starting an office, but thanks to all the internet, etc., I don't see the need to have an office, so I just am a one-man business, and I try to combine it with, at the same time, the internet ministry, and by visiting conferences, etc. But I'm very blessed to be my own boss, because that gives me the possibility to be here now and that nobody gets angry. So, great. So this is all to give you an idea. Some pictures of the area where we live in Malaga. These are typical white villages, etc. But let's go to the site. The site is called badnewsgoodnews.net. I wanted a name which is calling the attention, and not too soft, because I think it's very important that people hear the bad news. That's also what impacted me, and that's how I got saved. Someone said to me, "You're hell-bound." And so, badnewsgoodnews.net, that's the name of the site. The good thing is here we have internet, so we will go quick to the site so that you can see online what's going on. So this is the home page. Straight away people can see the languages we have. We have 5 different languages, the languages I can speak. And then we have also a section, other languages. We just go there to give you an idea. And there we can see the other languages we have. Even though all the text in principle is in English, the information itself is in the language you see. That's Indonesian, Cebuano, and Portuguese. And so we want to put there information which is interesting for anybody in other countries, because there's a lot of information in English, but not so much in other languages. And that's the idea of the website, to put there free grace material in many languages, so that people can easily have a look, hey, what's there? So let's go quick to the English one, and then you can see what it offers. We go back to English menu. And so the English menu starts with, first of all, I explain why. Why do I do this website? Why do we do this website? Well, it's to reach out with the gospel of the grace of God. So if you go there, you will see the bad news and the good news explained. Yeah? The next one is rightly dividing the word of truth exercise. If you go there, there are about 48 statements. And then the idea is to see if these statements are still applicable, yes or no. To give you an idea. So for example, do we still have to abstain from eating blood? You know? So it's nice to go there, and then if you go down, you will see what I believe are the answers. And we are always open for critics or comments, like, hey, it's not correct. But another one is, number 3, very important for us grace believers, be baptized, and then we know it's not. So that's not necessary. And that's the idea of this exercise, so that people get an idea. So we go back to this. Oh, too small. Anyhow. And another one we have there, a very important course, is the Highway of Life. A lot of you maybe have heard about it. And so that course is also there on the site. And we are revising the course, and so we are translating also the course to Dutch. And the idea is to do it later to German and other languages. So just see here, the Highway of Life. And then we have Bible studies there, small Bible studies, Bible chapter mnemonics. And I invite you all to have a look by yourself, that's the best. Bible chapter mnemonics, that's talking about how to memorize, for example, the most important words of the book of Ephesians. So I think mnemonics is a nice idea to keep on memorizing Bible verses from where is what verse. And then there is a game called Memory Game Bible Verses. I have that here open. And if you would go there, you see like different cards. Maybe you remember 4 years ago I was offering that game here physically, but it's also on the website. And so people can go to play that game. You will see like a real memory game, and the idea is to find the first part of a verse with the second part. So you go to a card, and then it shows you the text. You go to card number 2. And the first level, by the way, has different colors, so that you know already, oh, this cannot match. And then you go to the next. It's the typically memory game, nice to play. And it's only, the Bible verses which I've used are only the ones of Pauline epistles. So to give you an idea about that. So that's the memory one, and then we go to the next, which is the Grace Gospel songs. Well, very important. Yesterday you heard my wife singing, and quite some people have asked her about text. So I just put now the text here of complete in Him are we. You can go there and straight away have the text there, what she sang yesterday. So you can sing it in your own church if you like to. So that's about the songs. And then we go to the next point, which is the Grace Gospel tracts. And we have made these tracts, which are easy to copy, to print. You can go there, print it out by yourself. There is a version where you can put information by yourself, because we believe tracts are very important, and they don't need to be expensive. You don't need to have that expensive, as long as it's to the point. Bad news, good news. And then there is a video section, so people can see a video in which they hear the gospel. And then to finish, we have here links and books. My time is almost on. Links and books. Grace Gospels, if you go there, we will see links. And we are linking here to websites which we know the people. TCM is there, Bible Doctrines, the St. Louis School, and of course Berean Bible Society. So this is our way that also these people will be known by the ones who go to the website. I hope you can read it, but the best is to have a look. And then books, we are promoting certain books like Moses and Paul, what we heard. And so this is our way. And also in the other languages, of course, people will go to their own language. This is all in English. And then also we have a conference link. So if people go there, they will see about interesting conferences to go to. We have here, of course, the one we are here. So indicating where it is, even though you all know that, but some pictures of where we are. and some explanation. And yeah, I believe it's important that people come to conferences. That's why we are so blessed to be here. And then finally, the last point is the email directory. That's an email directory of grace believers in Europe. We didn't want to put the ones here, because in Europe there are not many grace believers. You maybe know that, and that's the idea also of this website, that we get more united, yeah, we try to encourage each other and to get more in touch with each other. So this is the website. We also sometimes come up with something to call the attention. I hope you like this message. You're going to hell if you're not 100% sure that you're going to heaven. Yeah? Because we believe it's important. We are bold. We should be bold, like the Apostle Paul. He was also bold. So yeah, and then for the ones who like to keep updated, we have at the back, and we have these tracts. You can easily get tracts, and you can also write your email address, and then you will be updated with new things on the website. Well, I thank you very much for your attention, and I will give Pastor Mario now. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, questions? Questions or? Okay. Well, yeah, well that's, yeah. Yeah, Pastor Ricky Kurs asked me to witness to the singles, because 4 years ago I was still single, and so he wanted me to witness to them and to explain them how important it is to marry a grace believer. And so he said also maybe you can come up with some good points. Oh, sorry. So he said maybe you can give them some good points in which the young people have to think. And so I told them they should use their brain before they date. And very important, they should grow spiritually first by themselves. They should think about themselves, because it's important that you are a mature Christian before you date. And as long as you wait until the right person comes in your life, in the same time you will grow. And then of course you have to be equally yoked, very important. The Bible teaches us that, the Apostle Paul. And yeah, you have to fix limits. And when it comes to dating, it has to be a way to know each other in a way without physical contact and all that. So yeah, there are many points to think about, and we had the advantage yesterday. I had the blessing yesterday to share some of the ideas, and there was a lot of feedback. I think it was a great evening. Yeah. So, but that's of course that was really meant for the singles, and most of you here are married. So, but we like to travel. We like to visit conferences wherever we can, because it gives you a very good idea about the grace movement in the world. And yeah, we are all belonging to the body of Christ, and it's great to proclaim the gospel. And in Spain, unfortunately, there's not a lot of reception, like in whole Europe. It's a lot of people that are too busy with their own lives. But if the Lord would want us to start something there, we are willing. But we don't want to also lose time. We prefer to work on translations, etc. But there was a couple just before we came here. The guy said, I want to talk to you with my wife when you come back. So maybe that's the beginning of a church, maybe. But we don't know. We just want to continue growing also by ourselves. We are thinking about studying more and more. And yeah, we will see what the Lord has in mind for the future. But it's a big blessing that we've been here. I don't want to take more time, so thank you.